Hey. So Simon had the idea that we could do something historical and start on time. So surprise. How you guys doing?
I'm good. Kind of.
Do you
Good
want to
evening.
do you want to explain why Simon's here, Nicole?
If I can, my computer don't mess up by then. Simon is here to take over for me because my connection is not that great right now. So if I have to leave, it's my connection, and Simon will take over for me. So he's the designated Nicole tonight.
So for today only. So for today, I'm a token girly,
Yeah.
and on that basis,
What'd you do?
nothing it seems. Oh, there you go.
That's just wrong.
That's
That is
so
so
weird.
wrong in so
I
many
don't know
ways.
how to say. I don't know how to feel about this.
When-
He's going all out for us,
I
guys.
know.
I'm quite touched, but I feel like it's a bad touch.
Even balloons you suggested on the front.
Oh my god.
God.
I just
Oh,
I
that's
don't even know what to say about that. Wow. Um
The things I do for you.
I yeah, I yeah, I have no words. And I'm kind of you made me speechless, Simon. That doesn't happen much. My god. Hey, Cajunese and let's
oh.
see, Amanda. I'm gonna, you know what? Simon, say hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Or is that cheating?
It's cheating.
Fair enough. Good day, Taipan. How are you doing, sir? Um, I'm going to get the name wrong, so excuse
Which
me.
one?
Hello, Rob Den Heiger.
I think it's
I,
Snarky.
hello,
Could be
Water
wrong.
Duelist and Dalek Beck. And yes, I can pronounce Dalek correctly because I'm English. Hi,
Oh
Nightwolf.
my god.
Hi, Cajanese. Hi, Clifford. Hi, Cliff. How you doing? Hi, Plothole. Hi, Johnny. Hi,
Johnny!
Zizzes. Hi, Amanda. Hi. Hi, Coolga. Hi, Jason. Hi, Freckles. And hi, Irish Stew and Hezekiah. How we doing?
Woo! You might have to adjust your voice. You know, to go with the new
Um,
you.
lower or higher?
Higher. Or at least more, I don't know. This is getting awfully weird. And
More
it feels like we're
male
on too early in
like.
the evening.
I would speak higher, like you know, but
Okay. Well, say it again with feeling, Simon. Mm, damn. So we have we're probably not gonna have a long one tonight because technical difficulties. Nicole is getting a new computer, and we're gonna have this all sorted by next week, hopefully. So we have that to look forward to. There's an end in sight for this. But yeah, new things have happened with the rabbit hole of Darrell Brooks that I've jumped into with full without a parachute. I've jumped without a parachute. I don't know why. I can't. I I think, quite frankly, he he's a perfect case for me because I've been wondering for a very long time about what makes a person a murderer. Is it nature? Is it nurture? Is it both? You know? And so seeing him just mow these people down, right? And say, oh, maybe I was panicked, blah 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 blah, and like and people saying, oh, his mother saying he needs mental health care. You know what? They said that about Parkland. He had about, but he had. It comes out he did have all this mental health care. He had like over 200 individual visits with a shrink, a counselor, or somebody like that. And yet, and still, he still did what he did. So even if we do get these people care, are they going to do it anyway? Would he have done it even if he was under care and medicated as his mother said he needed to be? You know, and what it really comes down to for me is I have mental health issues. I know a lot of people who do, and none of us get up one day and choose to kill. You know, so is he born without any regard for human life? What? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Simon. I think you
I
wanted to
don't
say
know. I'm just sort of thinking there are a wide range of mental health issues, just as there's a
yeah,
wide range of physical health issues.
exactly. Yeah,
Just saying you have health issues, it's not a carte blanche for doing anything. It's not a get out of jail free card.
right.
Um, it's a reason, but not an excuse.
I don't know. I mean, like
Um,
there's one guy who I see all the time in these arraignment hearings that I watch. And like just the newest one he's up for is rape, and a battery. And his excuse always is, "But I have Parkinson's." What the fuck does that have to do with anything? Michael
um,
J. Fox doesn't, go out and
uh,
start fucking with people.
yeah, Parkinson's isn't actually a mental disease as such. It's a
Right.
physical disease.
No, but he's like, you can't hold what I do against me because I have Parkinson's, I need help, and I had to go for surgery. No, I'm sorry. You do these types of things, and no, you don't. There's a certain point you get to, a line you cross where, no, I don't have to worry about you anymore. Like, I don't have to care about, oh, you have to make it to this appointment. Or, you have to be let out because you can't afford a bond and you have to get to this doctor. No, I don't have to worry about that. You chose to do these things, you know?
Yeah. Can't say much against that.
So
Um,
Amanda says, remember how upset he got when DA Opper said he had like an utter disregard for human life? Yes, you're right. I remember that. And he did get mad at that. He got mad at that. He got mad at when they called him a sex offender. So you don't mind being called a murderer, but a sex offender is a step too far. And he goes on TikTok and talks about pimping out ERIKA, but sex offense. No, no, no good.
well, I don't know about anybody else, but I personally would not like to be characterized as a sex offender,
Right, but I'm just
regardless of
saying.
whether it's true or not. I suspect his main complaint about it was the fact that it was being brought up in court. But I think that
Maybe.
mainly because he opened the door to allow the
He did.
prosecution to do it.
Well, he was
I
about to, and it was in front of the jury, though.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that is what he was annoyed about.
Well, why don't we play the video by Erica,
Yeah.
right?
And hi,
And
Powerful
then,
Princess.
hey, Paracord Princess. And then we can talk more about it. And if you want, I can show you the video, TikTok video from before when he's talking. When he had just gotten out of the Milwaukee. Was it Milwaukee? Yeah, Milwaukee, jail for battery on her, trying to run her down, I believe. So here's the video from Erica. It's the only video she's made ever. Um, and we'll talk about this and everything afterwards. Okay. Here we go. See it?
Hmm.
Let me make sure this is on. Right. Nope, it wasn't. Good thing I thought of it. There we go. All right, here we go.
Hey everyone, this is Erica Patterson. I don't post anything. I'm very quiet. You guys may know me as Daryl Brooks' child's mother. You guys see me on the trial. I just want to say that a lot of stuff on the internet is people are making pages just trying to get views and lying on me. They don't know the truth. Known this man for 16 years. Yes, we were off and on. Okay, so we have a 15-year-old daughter that just had a son May 1st. That's one thing. I have other children also. Okay, so I was in Atlanta, Georgia, and me and Daryl came back in contact, and I moved him out there with me, for a while, whatever. And then he was abusing me out there also. And then he said we're gonna come to Milwaukee to see his mother for 2 weeks. So keep in mind, my mother's dead, my grandma's dead. I don't know my dad, and my grandpa's dead. My brother's way in Nevada. I don't have family.
That's a big thing right there. That's it. Like when people say, "Why'd she stay with him?" When you're that alone, you know, it could be scary. Certain people can get. We don't know her, like she said, right? We don't know how strong she is, how independent she is. You know, the devil you know, right? She might have felt better with him than being utterly alone. Is what I'm saying.
Mhm.
So he brought me to Milwaukee, and he was verbally abusing me, verbally and physically abusing me all the time. Would not let me go back to Atlanta. Okay, this is why I testified against him twice. I don't care about this man. Um, my children are still in Atlanta. I'm um, in a domestic women's shelter right now because he kept beating me up. He ran me over November 2nd, 2021.
Jesus.
Um,
He likes running people over, I guess. I knew he did it 2 days before walk the parade, but I didn't know it happened then too. Cause she's saying May 2nd, isn't she?
I didn't quite catch the dates. I wasn't quite sure what whether she was being literal about that.
Yeah, no, he has tried to run her over before. 2 days before, or one day before the no, it was 2 days. The day before the parade, he had tried to run her down. She's saying he actually did run her over once before, or hit her with a
Mm,
car.
yeah,
Shit, that's what he likes to do, I guess. Weak ass bitch. Not her,
his
him.
mother bailed him out 3 weeks after that,
Of course.
and
Damn mother.
then he decides to try to fight me again and run all these people in the parade and kill
Oh,
people,
okay,
innocent people.
that was that
I'm trying
time.
to stick up for the victims and everybody in the world with domestic violence. I really am. People on the internet are trying to portray me as somebody. They're lying. They're making things up about me. Nobody knows me. This one guy's making a whole. He's trying to just get views
I know who she's talking about. We'll talk about that in a minute.
and everything else. Nobody knows me. I've been through a lot. I have broken finger because of Daryl. I have a gash on my face because of Daryl. My leg is still not healed. 16 years of this, off and on. So, yes, I know I look like a dummy that kept going back. Yes, I do. But you know what? I'm stronger now. Like I said, I'm by myself in Milwaukee in a shelter. No family out here. My family didn't even talk to me because they're mad I even came out here with him. I was not trying to stay out here. I'm not trying to be a charity case to anybody. I'm really not. I ask my family every day to at least cash them in. I'm a CNA, but I just quit my job. I haven't got my last check yet, and I'm just out here by myself.
Yeah, we gotta talk about
So
that too.
you guys can reach out to me. My Facebook is Erica Antoinette Patterson. I'm sure you can see it. You'll find it. ERIKAANTOINETTE PATterson. My Instagram is Princess3. BABII. We can communicate. Like I said, I don't have friends or anything. He isolated me from everybody, and it's just a lot. And I mean, all I've been asking, like, I'm not a charity case. If you guys can send me at least $5, like I'm not, it's just you don't have to, but you guys can reach out to me. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not like that because I usually have my own stuff to Daryl do all this, but I'm willing to talk. I will reach out to every one of you guys that reach out to me. I will reach out to you guys back. But you guys could help me. Cash App is $ ERIKA BABII 29. Thank you.
All right, that happened. Um, so what are you thinking?
I've got various thoughts. And sort of tangential one is, why does she use BABII for
It
two
says
different
it no.
handles? That sounds a bit.
That's just what. It's a nickname people use. Baby. It's just baby. Like bad baby. We have people like it's a thing.
It just makes me feel a bit so sorry.
Branded.
Branded? No, it sort of infantilizes her, and based
Oh,
on the
okay.
fact that she was made pregnant by him when she was in her
Okay, I get
mid-teens,
it.
and she has a 15-year-old daughter who's also just given birth.
Yeah.
It makes me
Well,
feel a
that's
bit,
not great.
yeah,
The cycle keeps going.
yeah. And having a name like Baby in for,
Well,
yeah,
it's just
Princess Baby, and yeah, it just left a nasty taste in my mouth.
I. It's there's a lot of babies out there. Like I said, there's bad baby. There,
Yeah,
people call each other baby girl or baby. I
yeah,
call people baby all the time. It's just it's you know it's in the
yeah.
zeitgeist, I guess.
I understand its utilization, but it just doesn't sit that well with me.
All right, I get it. That's fine. It's a bit of a cringe name, says Mike, and that's fine. I'm not so worried about that as much as there's other things there to talk about. Like why'd she quit her job? She doesn't say that. Why and when? Did she? Is she saying she quit it to go out to Milwaukee, or did she quit it a job she had in Milwaukee? That's what I'd like to know because I just
Yes,
don't get why she would have done
Yeah.
that.
yeah, there's a lot of information missing there.
hmm hmm I'm glad she's away from him,
Yes,
and she's gonna stay away from him. I'm glad for that. Well, everybody is because he's in prison for the rest of his life. Yes. But I just I have a lot of mixed feelings. I'd like to help her. I would. Um, I guess I think that's just our nature to try to help, right?
hmm
But like I've heard. Well, what do you guys think? Nicole, can you hear us? Can you want to try it? Say
Well,
something?
yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yeah,
Can y'all? Okay. Um, the only problem I have is, as a survivor of abuse, not from Schrodinger, but past
Yeah.
relationship.
hmm
Um, you don't put all your information out there. When you're in a women's shelter, you should never put your information out there like that. That's the only problem I have with her. I don't know why she quit her job. If it's because she's being hassled because she was with Daryl Brooks. Um, but if you're trying to make money and trying to get out of the women's shelter hassle, I don't know if it was too much for her or not, but I don't agree with her quitting her job. I don't know the circumstances, so I'm just going by what I'm hearing. Um, but I agree with information as a, living
Right.
in a women's shelter,
Hmm.
or
Simon.
it's just asking too much.
Um,
I just don't agree with it.
Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. What about you?
um, well, the caveats with the name aside, now it's sort of been sort of dangled in front of me. Yes, I
Mhm.
think a fairly obvious thing is, as Nicole says, and if you're in a shelter, and even if your um, abuser is behind bars and stuff like that, you don't normally tout it out. Um,
Right. Well, she didn't say
I
which
mean,
one, right?
well, I know, but I mean, I got the impression of the city she's in and the shelter, and
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not that.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what else she's putting out on her Facebook and other social media things, whether that could be used to not so much track her down as in
Mhm.
track down shelter where other people might know that somebody is
Yeah.
that they want to have a word with.
Um.
So
No,
I'm
yeah,
not
I get
that
that.
struck with that idea.
We
Um,
also know that Corey, the other girl that was with her, is also in the same shelter. They're bunking together. She said.
right.
I guess but
Mm.
knowing that the YouTube thing, the trial was streamed worldwide, and her personal information was already out there, where she was and everything, that she's in a shelter.
Right.
So her saying it, I don't think really
I didn't
is
know she was
news.
until I heard her say it.
Well, you didn't watch the trial, that's why.
Yeah.
Anybody who watched it can
I
can.
just I I just wouldn't advertise it. It's not something
Yeah.
you advertise, even if
No, I
Daryl
get it.
Brooks is behind jail, behind bars. Okay,
Hmm.
he could have friends that come and find her.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You
Yeah,
know, it's
absolutely.
you know it, it's very dangerous. You don't advertise where you're at. You don't do that. And if she
Hmm.
did do it before the trial,
No,
I didn't
shit.
watch the whole trial, so I'm just going by what this video says. I'm just, it's just very dangerous, and that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I'll get
it's
the
not the
video
most.
he put out. Um, no, she didn't put out this information before the trial. She didn't talk to anybody before the trial. This is the first time she's ever spoken publicly, other than in court. You know.
Okay.
Right.
So, let me get the. So he's made a lot of videos, though, as we know. He's a narcissist, and he's made TikToks about pimping her out and stuff. He met this girl when she was 14, and I just I don't want to say anything mean, but I don't. She doesn't seem like she makes good decisions. Um,
No.
for whatever
Mm.
reason, intelligence, finesse, whatever you want to call it. Let me find. I don't have his TikTok, so I have to
Right.
see if I can
Okay.
find it in the video I saw
Whilst
it on.
still doing that, hello Aquaman, Mike71, Ozymander, Anisito, and I think Damien's just sort of popped in.
Hey,
Good evening to you all.
keep going. Did you say
Um,
everybody?
yeah, sorry. I would love it to be a longer list,
Okay, just making
but
sure.
or then again, I could have said I would hope that you typed faster, but I thought,
I'm sorry. I thought I had it queued up, and I didn't. Okay. I'm
And
a
hi, Mindy
one-person
Williams.
operation.
So you've been partially saved by I won't say latecomer, a fashionably latecomer. Hi, Mindy.
Hi, Mandy. How you doing? All right. All right. Let me see. Did I save it somewhere else? I was watching it. Like he was screaming about how he pimped her out.
Taipan is a interesting thought. What we
Okay.
don't know is how hard it was for her to ask for any
Thank
type
you,
of help.
Johnny. Yeah. I saw that and I meant to say something.
Hmm.
Um, I'm looking. Keep talking. I don't know. Cause
She,
like I said, I don't know her.
yeah, she didn't seem to evidence any issue with asking for help, but all of the
Right.
anguish that could have been done before she stepped in front of the camera. So,
Yeah, she could have had somebody there
yeah,
helping her and saying,
yeah.
"Girl, they'll help you."
Hmm.
And
Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
when I
but
first
It's
saw
really
this, I had
hard
to.
as a survivor. It's very hard.
Good.
Can you hear me now? I'm
Mhm.
breaking up
yes,
again. It's very
You
hard
got it.
to ask for help because you feel like everything is your fault. And so I sympathize with her on that.
hmm.
Um, I just think she's going about it in the wrong way. Um,
Oh,
she needs to keep it just a little bit more private to me.
okay. Okay. Gotcha. I gotcha. Uh, um.
I'm sorry, guys. My connection is terrible.
Yeah, it is. Did I put it in the spot?
What you doing? What are you looking for?
The
Yeah,
video
you
of
did put it in the
him.
spot.
No, days ago. I think I might have. Um. It's a video of him driving,
Um,
which is
uh,
weird to watch him driving. Just saying.
uh, I assume you collected it for
This,
a reason.
yeah, to show everybody. I showed you. I thought I showed you guys. If you guys didn't click on it, then you wouldn't have known it was in
No,
there.
you
Because you
didn't
guys
show
sometimes
her.
ignore when I put
Yeah.
it. You guys ignore me.
Sorry, ignore who?
This is my life now. Great. Um, when I first saw her
This is a
video,
great ladies' night.
when I first saw her video last night, I really did want to just come on and like do a fundraiser for her. But as I listen to other people's take on it, I get what you're saying, and yeah, I would have to find out. I'd have to talk to her first and find out
Hmm.
more information. So I will reach out to her and
Yeah.
you know,
I would
see.
be more inclined to say if you want to render help, find somewhere local to yourselves and do something for a local charity or a local shelter, as opposed to sort of just picking on
Yeah.
one individual to help many.
Well, even if we gave to a shelter, they'd help one person at a time. So I don't see the
Well,
argument there.
well,
I really
it
don't.
would be spread out over a number of people
Not
in effect.
necessarily. It's not how things work. I'm just saying. I don't like. I get what you're saying, but I also feel like there's no reason that if everything checks out, she doesn't deserve help too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
it's it's me sort of thinking sort of thin end of the wedge type thoughts.
I have no
Basically,
idea what that
if
means.
if you help this one person, why not help everybody else?
Why can't we do both? I don't get what you're saying. Like, Do you
Well,
just
yes,
have
I
a
can.
thing against her?
No, you just voiced it perfectly. I mean, so basically, if we can help one person, why can't we help everybody? And yeah, in an ideal world, well, in an ideal world, we wouldn't need to help everybody, but in a
Yeah.
slightly better world, yes, more people would be given help. But doing it individually is not the best way of going
But
about it.
look, even if you were gonna help as many people as you could, you would do it one person at a time. Am I missing something here?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
I'm
there's
sorry,
like,
guys.
you know,
If I'm being obtuse, forgive me.
help the organisations that help others.
No, it's I.
Okay.
Sorry, Nicole, that didn't come through.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, you're good.
I mean, yes, I understand. It's I point of views. Help one person and then help the group. But they do make it to where they have different programs that you could help out. To where it helps everybody in the shelter. Um, and then you have programs to where you can help one person in the program. It's
I
different.
get it.
There's different programs.
And hello, Mr. Savage.
It's it's a clusterfuck, and at the end of the day, it's all due to this one piece of shit, Daryl Brooks.
Mm. And hi, Connie.
Hey guys, let me try my history again.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
what?
there you go into your internet browsing history. Get the rubber gloves on.
Hmm? You're weird. Just saying. I don't understand you. You're a very strange man.
I was costing aspersions about your internet browsing history.
I know. I am
At
the
least you can go on our browser. I can't even go on to mine.
yeah. Okay, it's not there. Okay, stop that. But hey, all right. So yeah, yesterday was it? Yeah, yesterday we had that poll and we talked about, do you think anybody will show up to speak for him? And I said maybe two people. You said no, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe Nicole
I
said
said
no,
no. Yeah.
nobody. It does turn out that both his mother and his grandmother will be appearing via Zoom to speak on his behalf.
Yeah, I don't think they really count, do they?
That's what they say, at least. We don't know if they'll actually do it. Especially his mother. His grandmother, quite interestingly, is a preacher. Um, it
So you'd
it
like to think she knows better.
well, no, she wants to use this terrible thing to help um, get awareness for mental illness.
Uh-huh.
I don't know about that. I don't. To me, it's more of the excuses. I could be wrong. What do you think?
To be honest, I don't think either one of them. They might be signed up to do a Zoom call, but I don't think either one of them will show up to do it.
I have my doubts, I must admit.
Yeah. Um, I I have questions about his mom, but because his grandmother is used to speaking publicly and does it a lot and wants to use this for her thing, um, I think she will be there. Especially since it's over Zoom, she doesn't have to go anywhere. Like, I do believe she will show up. I don't know. I don't know if his mom will. I just don't see her as going out of her way for anybody that's not her.
Mhm.
Because we've seen her do that before. No, I won't go to court. It's too hard on me. I won't be at his sentencing. It's too hard on me. You know, that kind of thing. I see her do that. We've seen her do that throughout the trial. Think of herself first. And that might be the reason he's where he is, right?
Um, it certainly seems to be a skewed attitude to have from somebody who claims to be a preacher.
No, I'm talking about his mother, not his
Ah,
grandmother.
okay,
His
sorry.
grandmother's
Right,
the
right,
preacher,
yeah.
my bad.
Well, fairly skewed attitude for somebody who claims to be a mother. Then let's rephrase
True.
it slightly. Um, then again, mean, if a child of mine did something like that, I suspect I would be
Mm.
regretful that a child of mine had done something like that. I would try and support them as best I can, whilst acknowledging their guilt and not really wanting to see them again. But at least I would be honest about it.
Sure. Wait, this might be it.
Right, we had a couple more people slip in. Hello, NA, and
Hey, Nana!
Christine Blaze, K-Rab, and Tiger Lily.
God damn it, I just got to the same one I just had last time. Motherfucker. I know where it is, but I just can't get to it. Guys. Wait, here we go.
Okay.
I found it. I found it, bitch. I think I found it. Who loves you? Who loves you, baby? Um, I could be wrong though. Shit. I got my hopes up. What?
What?
Dude, where are your receipts?
Sorry?
Okay, so this person who I'm trying to get this from, they're talking about this as opposed to like a Kyle Rittenhouse. What do you guys feel about that? Comparing the two. And they're saying, what if Kyle Rittenhouse is black? I
Mm,
don't know. I'm just going by what I like the
I,
arguments I'm listening
don't know
to.
that case very well.
sorry, that I don't know a lot about the Carl Rittenhouse case, but I don't see how there can be any comparison between the Brooks case and the Rittenhouse case.
All right, one second.
I mean, I don't think Carl Rittenhouse is a particularly. I've seen him on other videos, and I'm not altogether happy he's got access to firearms.
Mm. God dang it. Give me a second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves, please. Trying to help. Trying to get this.
Rhubarb, rhubarb, rhubarb.
Oh, it's so funny. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I give up.
It's
I
kind of hard to
tried.
talk when my computer keeps going in and out.
No, I get it. It's not you. I give up on the search. I had it. He was driving. His dreads weren't very long. And he was talking. He was very animatedly talking about this bitch and how he pimped her out. I don't know the fuck I did with it, and I'm so sorry, guys. Uh, So yeah. Okay,
But
but we'll just
yeah,
move
okay.
on. We'll move on. I just yeah. So that's all I really had for that. Was her video and the fact that his mom and grandma wants to be there. So
Mm.
moving on. If I
Yeah,
find it, I
I
will.
think his mom. Yeah, I
Mhm.
think his mom is going to be a no show like she did for the case. Um, and then I think his grandmother will come, and then she'll talk, and the victims will just be,
Forgotten.
I don't know, forgotten. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't.
she.
I think personally, it's going to be a glorious day when people get to speak to him. I'm hoping. I saw a video earlier where he in the beginning he wanted to move this to 2023. This trial. His attorneys did at
Yeah.
least. Um, they said, oh, we need more time. You know, we don't know. Like we didn't get the DNA yet, and they were trying to like almost imply that prosecutors didn't give them all the discovery. Bullshit. You know, I hate. Sorry, guys. I do dislike intensely defense attorneys. Um, they're always casting aspersions on good people. Anyway,
Well,
so
I hate the judicial system that makes that a viable method.
sure. But it's the best we got. So,
Hmm.
our system is the best I've ever heard of, at least. What's better, really? What do we have that we can choose over this?
Indeed, there aren't many. Well, the alternatives are interesting to say the least. I mean, I
Yeah.
think there's been a couple of moves to get rid of jury trials over here, so or at least
Do you
certainly for
think we
certain
like? What do you
crimes.
think about that? Do you think
I
would you rather a judge decide your fate or jury your peers?
um, as much as I might malign the average bloke in the street, I would much rather be in front of a jury
Yeah.
than just a judge alone. Yeah.
And why is that?
Um. Well, I shall work on the premise that if I'm in court, it's because
Mhm.
I've been incorrectly arrested, because I am generally a law abiding citizen. And if I have committed a crime, I will generally, if I have done it wrong, I will generally admit to it.
I get that,
But,
but
but I would rather have it the subject of people discussing it who
I found
have
it.
got some contact with reality than one judge who may not have a great deal of contact with the real world. I mean, 12 minds are better than one.
Who do you love? Me. I found it. I found it. I found
Excellent.
it. Are you happy? I found it.
Okay.
I found it. I'm just so happy. I want to say it a few times. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna
Hello,
link
Richard.
this. Hi. Uh, here we go. And thank you, Pothole. I will absolutely change the title to Daryl Brooks's ex speaks. You guys ready for this, bitch? And his hat says "I love haters," and under the brim it says "motivation."
10 years ago, 2006, I caught a case with my oldest daughter's mom.
You do not catch a case. It's not a ball. It's not like a cold. You don't catch it. You do something wrong.
Yes, my baby mama. She's from Oakland. I was busting moves in Nevada. I meet the bitch. She says she want to get down, so I'm pimping on the bitch. I'll take her to Nevada. You know what I'm saying? I get cracked. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the bitch was 16 at the time. She gave a statement
14. She was 14 at the time.
to the police and told them, yeah, she was hoeing, that I was pimping, and that she was 16, and that I didn't know that. Okay. 10 years ago, 2006, I caught a case with my oldest daughter's mama. Yes, my.
What a gentleman. What a great
You
guy
guys,
he was, huh?
10 years.
What a
So,
piece of shit. Let's see.
so that's him effectively admitting to prostituting out
Yes,
the
the mother of
mother of his
his
child.
oldest daughter. Don't forget, he's got baby mamas all over the place. All three kids are three different baby mamas.
Sometimes I despair about the female element of our race.
Why?
Um,
Why
well,
not the men who take advantage?
well, no, I was thinking more of. Uh, Sorry, I'm not sure where I was going with that. It's,
Uh, I caught you, huh? I got you there. Um, she was 14, not 16. She was, like, don't forget, his daughter has just had a child. So that means she's old enough to see that
yeah,
and hear her daddy say, he pimped my mom out.
yeah.
What a piece of utter shit. Let's see. Anybody have anything to say about it?
Anybody in the what?
Anybody want to say anything before we move on?
No. No. I think we're
Okay.
good with this case. I think, you know.
Tiger Lily has a point which sort of echoes some of my feelings about it, about ERIKA Patterson. Which is,
Okay.
it doesn't sit well with me that she's asking for donation. She's capitalising on the popularity of the trial.
And I get that.
Yeah, and my take on it when I saw it was, okay, she's asking for help, but I think she just laboured the point just a bit too much. I don't wish ill on the young lady, and I hope she gets all the help she needs. But she's gilding the lily a bit. I felt with all the
Stephen
various
Alley says he
avenue
saw
streams.
the. Well, yeah, I get it. I don't know. Stephen Alley said he saw that video before the tragedy. Wow.
Oh, and hi, Stephen. Didn't see you sneak in.
Hey there, Stephen. Good to see you. Been a while. And Aquaman. Hi. Yeah, he I just don't get the mentality, okay? The pride in being a piece of shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I'm a pimp. How is that something you aspire to? Really?
Hey, well, for him, it was certainly a few steps
Yeah.
up, isn't it?
I don't know. It goes back to my point before. What makes a person a murderer? What makes it okay in their heads to take human life? To do something that fucking final? You can't come back from that. You can't say, oops, my bad. None of that. That's why, a lot of some jurisdictions have said, you know what? If we're going to put somebody to death, it has to be unanimous decision.
Mm.
Um, Unfortunately, now you have people using that against the justice system, but
Yeah.
still,
And
I.
sorry,
Mhm.
vaguely attached to pimping people out. Hello, I'd pimp you to hoe. Yeah, timely arrival.
Wow, yeah. It's like, why is certain crime romanticized? Why is prison romanticized by certain people? Why is it like a status symbol to serve time in prison? Why are they institutionalized from birth? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get, you know, so going on TikTok, YouTube, wherever, and announcing, yeah, I pimp people out. I was a total piece of shit with no regard for human life, because it doesn't just take murder to have no regard for human life. That guy pimping people out, using other people's bodies for his gain.
Yeah,
Oh my God, you can't have less regard for human people, like, or respect for anybody. The mother of your fucking child? What is wrong with him? Like,
I think the
Yeah.
sort of same sort of mental process allowed him to do what he did and not seem to give a flying fig about it. I think he has got very strong sociopathic tendencies. He doesn't care about anybody else.
do you remember that movie Night Shift? Anybody?
Night shift. Wasn't that
Sounds
with
familiar,
Goldie
but it
Hawn?
could be auto-suggestion.
No, no, no. It had to do with pimping and hoeing. Michael
Oh,
Keaton, first movie
no,
with Henry Winkler and Shelley Long.
Sounds, I say, it does sound familiarish.
no.
Yeah.
She is a prostitute in the movie, and they work at a in the city morgue on the night shift, and she's getting beat up by John. So Henry Winkler and her talk, and he decides to start pimping girls out from the morgue or something like that. I don't know. Michael
Could
Keaton's
you
involved.
say, could you specify he used the morgue as a base as opposed to pimping out people from, because that's
Yes,
another crime.
that was their
Yeah,
base.
philia. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, like they became pimps because they're like, well, these girls shouldn't be getting, beat up, so we'll protect them and take, I'll like he was like a nerd, so he was like putting money in a bank for them and investing for them. They had a health plan, like it was stupid.
Hmm.
But that's still kind of romanticizing pimping, isn't it?
It's
They were
glossing
the
over
heroes
a
of this
lot.
movie.
It's
Yeah.
glossing a lot of the ills of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like and you know, that was a comedy. I get it, but then you have things in the 80s. Remember New Jack City? It's like
Uh,
Yeah.
Vaguely, maybe.
I don't understand why we have romanticized criminality. I don't. And it was bad enough when I was a kid, but now it's gotten to a place where I just don't even recognize society sometimes. We have like I've dived dove into this rabbit hole, and every day I'm meeting, so to speak, a new murderer. You know, And white, black, whatever, it's still, I don't get it. Like that kid from Riverdale who killed his mother, um, like patricide, matricide, that's a whole nother thing to me. I don't get how you can kill a family member, let alone your parents.
The romanticizing of crimes not a new thing by any
No,
stretch
it's
of the
not.
imagination.
It's not.
And
Yeah,
and
The Godfather too, absolutely.
and the great train robbers, they were
Yeah.
sort of
Oh,
lauded to a degree,
pirates.
despite the fact that one of the people on the train was killed.
Yeah, pirates, right?
Hmm.
We romanticize pirates, and think about what pirates actually do. Not good
Yeah.
guys. Not good guys. So I don't know. I I have no answers, but I have a lot of questions. I just don't know what would have to happen to you to make you okay with killing somebody. Not in the heat of the moment, self-defense. We're not talking self-defense. Although I'm sure most of any of us here would have a hard time living with that. I'm saying
Um.
planning and carrying out a murder. How betrayed must you have to feel? A cheating spouse?
I uh,
The
the
murder of a
motives
family member?
the
Would that
motives
make you
for it
kill somebody? Sorry.
could be almost
Anything.
anything from
Anything.
the unbridled arrogance of thinking I'm smarter than the police, I can get away
Mhm.
with this.
Yeah.
Um, but ultimately, most of it, most of it does boil down to a causative thing.
Mhm.
Um, be it, yeah, not no milk for your cornflakes in the morning because the wife forgot to buy milk, or
Yeah.
what have you. I mean, there will be something which is the
Yeah. The
trigger that
catalyst. Yeah.
sets yeah, the catalyst, excellent word, thank you, the catalyst
Mhm.
for starting the ball rolling on the oh, if only they weren't here
Mhm.
route. But there are some, and it is fortunately few, although it does seem to be getting larger. There seems to be no real need for a catalyst apart from gratification.
Do you think when they do it, they all think they'll get away with it, or do you think some but don't even give a fuck? Like, did Darrell Brooks think he'd
um
walk away?
Both.
Did he
i
ever
i
think he'd get away with it?
I think yes. I think he possibly thought
Really?
he could get away with it. Um,
It was his mother's car.
many, well, I mean, the majority of his defence, despite being, yeah,
Non-existent almost. Yeah.
let me prove I was there.
Yeah.
Most of his defence seemed to be pointing towards the, yeah, I may have been there, but you can't say it was me driving the vehicle.
Right. Right. He had the
Um,
key on him, but it could have been stolen. He's saying no.
yeah, I mean, it's possible. Yeah, cars can have more than one keys. I mean, I knew a friend, you could open up and start his car with a screwdriver.
No.
So um, it's all sorts of possible, yeah, possible doubts and stuff like that could be thrown. Yeah, most you can just hand wave away, but and some people just simple gratification and to sort of rub the metaphorical curiosity bump of what would it be like if, and then finding out that they like doing it. I mean, those people tend to be the worst because there's no overt, obvious motive, and it's very difficult to track down who they are, because without a motive, you can't work out why they're doing it, and from the why, who they might be. It just tends to be random unless a pattern develops, and even then, it's hard. But for Brooks and what he did, I don't think we will ever know the true reason why he set off on that last trip in his car.
Well, rage and fear.
Yeah, and I suspect it was a
But when he
combination
saw the
of the
people in
two.
front of
But
him, his argument was, I was trying to tell them I was there and alert them by honking. It doesn't mean you can just then keep driving.
yeah,
Oh, well, I let them know I was here. Boom, 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 boom. It's not carte blanche to do that. Never. You want to read that, hon?
yes. Yeah, K-Rab for $4.99. Brooks wasn't thinking he'd get away with it though. That came after. He was just mad.
I think so too. I think she's
Hmm.
yes, exactly. And hey, K-Rab. Um, I think you're absolutely right. He was mad, and the guy had just said, "Get out of here. The cops are coming." I called the cops. Whatever. That's what you know. So this kid thinks. What was his name? Nick. Something like that. Kirby. Yeah, Kirby. Um, he feels guilty for it. He feels guiltier than Daryl does. And like I just found another one. Michael Madison, his name is. He killed. Um, let's see. Who did he kill? Let me get it up. Uh, get it up. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. So, Michael Madison is another serial killer. And what's interesting is his mother was that after he was in jail for about almost a year, his mother was killed, murdered. So that was interesting. Um, but Michael Madison was
What's
asked after he was found guilty and put on death row, right? He was asked if he had any remorse for killing people, being a serial killer. Yeah, he lured three different women back to his house, um, and did horrible things, unspeakable things to them and their corpses. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't
Um,
think you need to go any further than that.
and so after he was um, found guilty and sentenced, he had an interview, and the guy says, "Well, do you feel remorse for what you did, your crimes?" He said, "No, like no, like nah,
Hmm.
no big deal. Like
Yeah,
why should I? Like really, it did not fucking mean a thing to him. I just, I guess, I mean, especially with when you think about what he did to those people. Um, Obviously, there's something much more intensely wrong with him than your average person, even your
yeah,
average murderer, really. And then the interviewer brought up his mother's murder. His mother was murdered, and then three other of her grandkids were stabbed. Like they all made it, but she didn't. By I don't know one of the family members of one of the kids. Um,
yeah.
and
Good family.
yeah, oh yeah. Um, and he was asked about that, and he's like, "Yeah, well, it's kind of fucked up." I'm like, "Wow, that's what you have to say about your mother's murder? That's incredible to me." And the thing is, I feel bad for actually uh the neighbors they seem like regular hardworking families, and he was arrested there. I don't know if he committed the murders and the shit after the murders there, but he was arrested at his mother's house, and then a year later, this happens. I was just like, oh my god, those poor neighbors, really, just yeah,
Hmm. Yeah,
and it,
I had a book that I think you might be quite interested in. It's from the one of the FBI profilists, and he actually looks at 3 serial killer cases.
mm,
Um, I can't remember the name of the book now, and I think I lent it to somebody. So
nice
annoying.
shaving Riven's privates.
It's yes,
That's cute.
and I was going to get to that. And yes, the
Mm,
Blackferns did beat the is it the Red Roses, the English ladies
I don't
rugby
know.
team?
I don't care
Yes, so
about that.
congratulations to them.
Anyway, so when do you become that far removed from, I don't know, a soul? I don't even understand. I don't.
Um, I think that sort of area goes to the nature. There's organic damage
Yeah, but
for
nature,
whatever reason.
nature's one thing, nurture's another.
Yeah,
I still don't know how people
I
do it.
I think you could I think you could possibly nurture a psychopath or a sociopath,
Right, yeah, absolutely. I believe that.
but I
But
don't think that would be particularly easy. And I think you'd
if
actually have to work on somebody who has the potential leanings towards that anyway. Um, I think the majority of it is nature. I mean, yeah, sorry, some people are just born bad.
well, there's a study, a really bad one done by a psychiatrist, a scientist, and not only did he try the nature versus nurture thing, he did it with his own
Hmm,
kids. One kid, he named him like Winner or something like that, and gave him every opportunity in life, and like told him every day how great he was, how special he was. His other son, he named him like Loser or something, and like for real, he went through his life with a loser type name, and he gave him nothing basically. Which one of those kids do you think succeeded in life?
Um, I think that's probably a trick question. I think the person who should have been kicked is the father.
Right, absolutely.
But
The
yeah,
loser kid is the one who ended up succeeding. He was going to prove them wrong.
yeah,
And the winner kid that he treated great, told was great every day, pretty much did nothing with it.
because everything was handed to him on a plate,
Yeah.
and he had no
Now,
drive. Yeah,
that would be the nurture, right? Because it was in loser's nature to prove him wrong, right? It was part of who he was because he wasn't taught that. He wasn't taught to be resilient. He just was.
yeah,
They were twins, so everything was the same.
as close as possible. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, and I agree. I mean, you can traits like that. Yes, you probably can nurture. Um, I
You
think
could
there are
do either way, I think. I think
certain
you can create a
boundaries that
psychopath. Good.
I think there are certain boundaries over which you probably a bit like hypnosis, where, as I
Yeah.
understand it, you can't actually make
Yeah.
people do things that they're
They
morally
wouldn't normally do, right?
against.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
True. That is true.
so thank God so many people want to strut around making
Like
noises
a
like a chicken.
chicken. Yeah. But
Um, but I think even with the nurture, there's you can go so far and no further. But if you did go further, I think it would start becoming nature as well, because you would actually start cause, or there would be some organic. sort of damage. And as somebody in the chat said, sort of brain chemistry. I think it was Ida Pimp said that. You
So
might actually do something which should
yeah,
cause a change in their brain chemistry.
yeah, and like I knew a girl who had dissociative disorder, multiple personalities, um, and a lot of them were created by the abuse she received.
Uh-huh.
So it's
As I
another
understand
way,
it, that's a classic way of
right?
coping.
Any kind of trauma can do it, but if
Yeah.
someone abuses you over and over and over again, they can create them. So nurture can create good or bad, but can it make somebody kill? Like, there's still, she wouldn't kill, no matter, and I've met, like, her worst personalities, they were not friendly personalities, but she wouldn't have killed still. I
And
missed,
K-Rab
the thing.
no, and K-Rab for
Is that enough?
$1.99 saying that wasn't nurture.
What wasn't nurture? What wasn't nurture? I'm missing something.
Um,
The loser winner guy? Is that what you're talking about there? Um, it was like anti-nurture, yeah. But if that's what you're saying, I know it's like not nurturing somebody to do that,
yes.
but I'm saying
Yeah.
behavior does it. Like,
Yeah.
the environment does it. That's probably the better way to say it. Um, I don't know. I'm in a rabbit hole of my own design. Uh,
And very pink it is too.
it's very pink. It's very pink in here. Uh, but I think I'm gonna keep going. I because I've had things, I've seen things, I've had things done to me. I've done things in the past that I can't believe. Maybe I want to understand this. I do. I want to know what could make me. Could anything make me? Could like I think I could definitely have killed for my parents. Like if somebody hurt one of them, I could definitely have done it. I really do
Hmm.
think that. Um, but and here's another thing. That doesn't mean I wouldn't be sick with remorse afterwards, right?
Yeah.
So there's the remorseless ones. That's even more of a question to me. It's the human mind, man, right? Is it just the mind? Is there something more?
Um, if that's a subtle way of saying, do I believe in the soul? No,
It,
I don't, as
well,
such.
no, it
Um,
wasn't. But
it's all sort of brain chemistry and bioelectrics up in
yeah,
the little grey cells, as Hercule Poirot would say. Um, and it's when those get screwed up, yeah, it can be very, very, very bad.
hmm I am.
Um,
Oh, God, I'm sorry. I thought you were
I
done.
said the brain is a very strange organ
Oh,
that
hell yeah.
can survive some trauma
hmm
remarkably well, but
Yes.
the mildest of damage can cause dramatic effects.
Yes, it can.
So
I know that for a fact.
yeah, so yeah, I would say the majority of people who just kill for no explicable reason, and I say
There are those.
explicable. That's
hmm
that's to what I would as a rational person.
Yeah, right. There seems to be no reason, but they
Yeah,
have one.
yeah, rational according to the
Right.
general
Yeah.
mores and
We
morals and
get it.
ethics
We
of
get
the
it.
world.
Stop being
Yeah,
pedantic. Go on. Go ahead.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's, I would say pretty much all of it. There is an organic cause. which may
Yeah.
be exasperated by the environment, the nurturing or anti-nurturing or what have you, the upbringing.
Yeah. Um, and there was a membership thing. Can you read that out? I can't see it very well.
No, I can't see it either. Oh,
No, it's
sorry.
in the YouTube.
Yeah, so I've dreamed the odd session open. Hang on.
Can you? Yeah. I can't.
Uh,
Guys, my eyes are shit right now. Um, yeah, I didn't even consider that though, because like I know firsthand that
ah,
damage to the brain can also change a person's personality because I have
yeah,
had brain damage.
yeah,
And yeah, I'm not the same person I was before.
yeah. My dad had um, oh, what the doctors called extensive white matter disease, which is a very polite way of saying a lot of dead brain cells due to his
Yeah.
dementia, and that
Mhm.
did change his
Oh
personality
yeah,
in
dementia,
ways.
Alzheimer's changes the
Yeah.
personality. It does.
And Paracord Princess, member for 17 months, mutant, although I wouldn't say that necessarily. Nature loads the gun, nurture pulls the trigger.
Oh, good one. Good one. And yeah, the brain damage from the concussions I received, uh, yeah, I am quicker to get like angry, but I also cool down very quickly. Um, it still takes a lot to really piss me off, get me angry. Um, but yeah, I'm not the same as I was. I can see the
Mm,
difference in me. Um, not knowing anybody who's known me my entire life, I don't know if they could. I think there's a lot of ticks I have now that like the squirreling. I don't believe I was always that way. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. My
right.
memory's definitely not the same. But yeah,
I could be cruel and say, yes, you just said that, but that would be cruel and vicious and unkind and not really remotely funny.
oh god, yeah.
But yeah,
I don't know, guys. It's it's the
um,
human mind, and it's not something anybody's gonna figure out in my lifetime.
yeah. Dalek, interesting question.
What?
Just wondering, do they know what is the trigger for someone to get personality disorder? I think the simple
I
answer to
mean,
that is
you talking about multiple
no.
personality? Is he
Um,
saying multiple personality disorder?
I suspect that is what they
It
mean.
usually
Yeah,
starts in childhood. It's not something you're gonna see just develop later in life. Um, and they believe that it's trauma that
yeah,
creates the different personalities.
yeah. You
Um,
invent a buffer character to handle the trauma.
yeah,
So the yeah, but I mean,
in
what
my
actually
friend's
causes
case,
it?
it's the wiring, it's genetics, it's a
Yeah,
predisposition. But
yeah,
they have seen cases where there isn't any that somebody has also. It's really trauma. It comes down to, did you see something that you just cannot deal with? Your brain needs a way of dealing with it. That's when it happens. You know, did you see something? Did you experience something? Was something done to you and you survived it? Your brain sometimes needs a way of dealing with that. Some people just forget. Some people
yeah,
just forget. Like, and some people work through it. Some people cannot. And a chip of the, what was described to me, because I asked a lot of questions, and over the years I've met more than one person like that, because I've been in these hospitals, right? Um, what happens is a tiny bit of them breaks off, and it doesn't always necessarily result in a full personality. They call them fractures, um, where they're just bits of a personality, like a name, maybe an age, whatever, but not a full. this is a guy from Brooklyn with an accent, brown hair. Like there's not a full personality, a person, let's say person, made for that. Sometimes it's just a little girl named Rebecca who's afraid of these things, or a woman named Alex who's a tough bitch and can deal with it. And that's the girl I met, um, who was a friend of my friend's personality that she was working on that moment. And they don't always know they have them. Sometimes they share the same mainframe, which is the brain,
Yeah.
and they know about each other. Sometimes they don't. And they wake up and their furniture is rearranged and they have no idea what the fuck happened. Did somebody break in and rearrange? Did the interior designer break in my house?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
know?
They complain about sort of fugue states and blackouts
hmm
because they cannot
You know,
explain.
right.
Yeah.
And when you're working through it and trying to merge, so to speak, all these personalities, that can be a dangerous time. So that's why she was in the hospital at that moment and why I met her. One of the most incredibly intelligent, strong women I've ever met. Because it takes a strong person to deal with all that, you know. Um,
Yeah.
but she was a mother, a wife, a mother, a business owner, and yeah, cool person. I liked her a lot. But yeah, trauma.
Mm.
Our brains can be amazing things.
Oh, they doubtless. Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
the
Um,
human, the
and
human
just
body.
a side note, the body's largest erogenous zone.
True, very true. But yeah, um,
Hi, up and out.
hi. We're not gonna. I was gonna talk about RuPaul's new makeup line, but I'll do that when I have Nicole here because I don't think Simon would get into it.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yay for Simon.
Right, did I
Yeah,
say that out loud?
RuPaul. Yeah, RuPaul has a makeup line and it's shit. It's absolute dime store shit. So there's that. It's like her wigs. It's like her fucking shoes. She has nothing to do with it but the name and the shit. She said she designed the shoes. She didn't design the shoes. She never saw those shoes. She said she had these wigs. She never touched one of those wigs because she would not go near one of those wigs. They're worse than Party City wigs. And now the makeup is the same fucking thing. It's a cash grab. It's like wet. You might as well buy Wet and Wild. You probably end up with or NYX. You know, I would say Wet and Wild. It's not even at the level of NYX Cosmetics. Um, yeah, I like NYX Cosmetics. So yeah, it's crap. Like you think Raven's using that shit on her? No. So that'll be next week. Um, and I want to thank Simon though for coming in here and
That's
becoming
quite
a
right.
girl for the night.
Oh, some point. The name of that book I mentioned is called Mind Hunter.
I think I've
Um,
heard of that.
apparently, I've just I the name came to me and I looked it up to check to see whether I was remembering it correctly, and it appears I am. And apparently, it's the basis of some Netflix series as well.
I'm pretty
But
sure I've heard that book.
it's it's actually quite a fascinating book.
Yeah, yeah. Check it out, guys. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna keep what what I miss.
I think what the is your avatar wearing, Simon?
Yes, he's
That
a girl for the night. I did not ask
I'm,
him to
I'm
do this.
I'm a token lady for the night, so I
I did
decided
not
to
ask for that. Just saying. Did not
put
ask
a basque
for
and
that.
stockings and a couple of balloons down the front of the basque.
I didn't ask for it, okay? I'm just saying. quite the reveal, Simon. Quite the reveal. Uh, could you put a wig on though? Just saying.
I did
You
think
look
of
like. I'm sorry, but you look like Dorothy Zbornak,
who?
the Golden Girls.
Oh,
Maud.
right, okay. I did think hair, but bloody do it. I sort of set the render off quickly as I
Yeah.
rushed off to go to have a pee, and I thought, blast, I forgot to do the hair, and there wasn't time to do that. Taipan for Australian $2. Some have just licked the lead paint. Yeah.
Yeah. He might be talking about you, Simon. I
Oh no,
agree.
no, me it was the mercury fumes.
Yeah. Uh, you're weird. So, again, thank you though. It was
That's right.
nice spending time with you tonight.
Yes, likewise.
Um, everybody cross your fingers that Nicole's computer comes in on time and she gets set up.
Mm.
And by the end of the week, we'll have Nicole back, all bright and shiny. Next week, we'll be hopefully able to do a regular ladies' night. Um, thank you from the bottom of my heart to everybody sent a super. What?
Somebody somewhere has said, I feel like iced by Playboy Sackboy.
Uh, yeah.
And whether that person has imagined it
Never.
or not, I would not be able to say.
Never could be anybody replace my sissy. But Playboy Sackboy, that's not going anywhere. Somebody screenshot it. And go. Alright, cool. So, what was I gonna say? Damn. Oh, yeah, to the super chats. Thank you very much again from the bottom of my heart.
Indeed. Yeah.
Um, they mean more than you know, and for many reasons. So I appreciate you appreciating me.
And if you haven't
Uh,
already done so, please do hit the like button.
please do leave a comment
Yeah.
or share. Sharing helps more than you know. That too. It's free, easy, and it helps me a lot.
And
And
just think, if you share, you inflict this avatar on other people.
yeah, many people can see Sackboy as a Playboy almost girl bunny. I don't even know
Hmm.
anymore. I'm gonna be back. Simon will be back. Linda Cole will be back, and Clippy will be back during the week. And there'll be videos coming. I'm working on them. I swear to God, I am. I'm not good at editing. So if anybody knows how to edit and has some extra time, let me know. DM me in some way, shape, or form. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Discord. I have an email. You can find it on my about page. But other than that, night, Simon.
Right. Good night, everybody. Thank you for all turning up and
Thanks for
putting up
coming.
with me as a
Gorgeous gal.
the wish.com version of one of the Kardashians.
Oh my God. On that note, night.